At Real America's Voice, we know that you want to be a part of something bigger. That's why we've teamed up with AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, to build a real community of folks who care about faith and our country's future.
There is no force on earth that can stop us from saving our country.
Want to be a part of this movement? It's easy. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now. That's right. Grab your phone and scan the QR code to join the AMAC and Real America's Voice family today. By scanning the QR code, you'll unlock exclusive content, connect with like-minded Americans, and be first in line for events that celebrate our shared values. So don't wait. Scan the QR code. Join us today and become part of a community that stands for faith, family, and freedom.
Real rights, they come from God.
With AMAC and Real America's Voice. Go ahead, scan the QR code now.
Welcome back, everyone. We're getting you ready for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. It's set to ring here in about 6 minutes or so. We've been keeping an eye on the futures for you. Here's the board right now. As you can see, it's a mixed bag. We'll, of course, continue to monitor all of this for you and let you know how things ultimately shape up the moment that opening bell rings at the New York Stock Exchange. We'll take you there live. In the meantime, let's get you over to David Brody. David, good morning.
Good morning, T. Bates. All right, time now for our daily dose of dollars and common sense. We've got American Sunrise Early Edition host Jake Novak here. He is also the guy behind Jake's Takes Substack. So, Jake, the Democrats and the mainstream media keep telling us we're in an economic depression. So what happened? Did the American people stay home and watch reruns of the Waltons, or did they shop this Black Friday?
They really shopped. First of all, the overall numbers. This includes everything. Online, mail order, for those of you still doing that, and going into the actual store, up 4.1% over last year, an all-time high. Again, that doesn't mean the economy is great or going gangbusters in every way. I understand that, and I understand a lot of people still very much struggling. You can have the best of economic times, and there's always a problem that can be pinpointed, but the mainstream media has been overdoing it. Now, online alone, this is where we have an exact number, David. Online alone, just on Friday, $11.8 billion of sales just here in the United States. I'm sorry. Again, I know everything isn't perfect, but that isn't the sign of even a recession, let alone the kind of depression that the mainstream media is just really trying to make people feel like things are going rough. And when you see higher prices for one or two things here and there every day, you know, you can be really convinced. And that's, by the way, that kind of talking down the economy can make things worse. So it's just really irresponsible. They should be making a big deal about these big numbers this morning. They won't. So I will. And again, with the caveat being that, of course, not everything is perfect. But if you don't make a big deal about these numbers, then you're not understanding the economy.
So what you're telling me is that the media is distorting the truth. That's shocking to me.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, just crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jake, one thing that took the sting out of those prices, the stores, I guess, was gasoline prices. So what happened? Did we get below that magic $3 a gallon average price this weekend?
Oh, we're so close, David. As of this morning, the national average gasoline price for a regular gallon of gas is $3.1. So it's just barely over, you know, it's $3 a gallon. So we're just there. I think it's going to happen tomorrow because we're still seeing oil prices at the $58 a barrel level. Listen, things could shoot up higher if things get crazy with Venezuela or if Russia or Ukraine go sideways. Look, you know that could happen, but this has been delayed for some time. A lot of states, by the way, this average price includes taxes. It's not a tax-free price that they're showing you. So when some states like California and other places have crazy jacked up prices, it affects the national average. But even with that, David, we're at $3 even. I'm predicting that tomorrow we'll get that $2.99 number. If I'm wrong, I'll only be off by probably half a penny, but that's where I think we're going.
Not to put you on the spot, but you do have answers to pretty much everything. I am curious, do you happen to know why? I always wondered, and I should know this because I did a story about 15, 20 years ago, but now I can't remember about it, about gas prices, about how like one price is like $3.05 and then across the street it's $3.35. And I'm just trying to understand like all that because the taxes are the same, right? And so what is it? I mean, it's got to be something to do with the deals they're cutting. I don't know. Do you understand that?
Yeah, listen, you're hitting on something really interesting. A lot of gas stations, they might just seem like have deals with, like, for example, the local government to fill up their trucks or their motor pool kinds of things, and they agree on a set price. and they don't care because that's really getting a major part of their profits. And of course, the government doesn't care because it's not your money. It's not their money; it's your money. So that's one reason. Sometimes it could be and it could also be a contract with a private company that they have to fill up their vehicles at a particular price. So that's one reason why that happens sometimes.
Yeah. So, Jake, before we leave, now I want to be clear. We would obviously buy a used car from you. I mean, you are not a used car salesman, so to speak, in air quotes, but is now the best time? That's the big question. We've got about a minute left.
Yeah, no, not at all. This is not a good time to buy a used car. Probably not a new car also. If you're looking for the best time, you're going to have to wait till after Christmas, according to all the surveys. Martin Luther King Day, that part of January going into February, that's the best time to buy a used car. So that's what you want.
All right, good to know. By the way, how about them Jets? Huh? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Two
that's
whole
it?
wins.
Wow, that's all you want.
Three wins. Yeah.
3 wins. Yeah. I'd say you lost track, but it's hard to lose track of 3 wins, I guess.
No.
All right,
Jake. Okay.
Jake Novak, great to see you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
By the way, guys, that Denver Washington game last night, I stayed up to like 12:30 in the morning Eastern time. What a game. All right, time to head back to T. Bates in Denver for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange, sponsored by our good friends at AMAC.
The Association of Mature American Citizens is the conservative voice for Americans 50 and older. AMAC is fighting for the values that you hold dear. Join today. Together, we can write the course of America.
The opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange is set to ring here in less than a minute, and then we'll get an idea of what this first day of trading after the holiday is going to look like. As you can see, the applause is now underway at the New York Stock Exchange, which means this is a sign that the market's going to open here in short order. Partnership New York City is at the podium with the applause, and they are the ones that are going to initiate the opening bell. And then hopefully we'll get a better idea of what the markets are looking like. Again, pre-market trading was somewhat of a mixed bag. Let's see how things ultimately look now that the markets are officially open. You hear the bell, which means that there's a flurry of activity there on the trading floor as people are running, getting those first trades of the day in. And as you can see, still a mixed bag. The S&P 500 and the Dow and the S&P 500, are in the red. The NASDAQ now also in the red, according to this board. The rest of the board is in the green, so it's a mixed bag. Again, this is the first day of trading. It's a return to trading after the Thanksgiving holiday and the first day of trading of this week. So we, of course, will see how things ultimately shake out. Still to come here on American Sunrise, we're checking in at the Pentagon as the Department of War hosts New Media Day. But first, here's a word from David Brody on what you need to know about Crypto.com.
You know, Trump Media just signed a massive $6.4 billion deal with Yorkville Acquisition Corp and Crypto.com, which is the crypto platform trusted by millions of users worldwide. They're teaming up to acquire up to $6.4 billion in CRO to establish America's first publicly traded CRO treasury, the Trump Media Group CRO strategy. Once complete, this new company is going to be the largest publicly traded CRO holder out there. Well, if you're ready to join the crypto revolution, here's what you do. You head to Crypto.com today and be part of this historic move. Once again, Crypto.com. Do not wait. For more information on this proposed business combination, also check out Yorkville Acquisition Corp's public filings.